Hey everyone, Frazer Brookes here, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to create a viral video. Okay, so like always, down below this video, or somewhere around this video, it might be above, it might be below, click the link and you'll be able to get my free resource that accompanies this video. Now, the free resource basically brings all my notes that I have to create this video, so you can simply get that, download it, keep it in, and you can do trainings on it in the future as and when you wish. Just one quick thing, if you do use my content, please do feel free to obviously add me in there and give me credibility. I've seen a lot of copycats out there who ain't giving credibility from where they're hearing it first, and that can be quite frustrating. It's not an attractive trait. So just saying. Now, I know when I'm talking about not being attractive and being attractive, this beard, it will be shaved off soon. It takes me like a year to grow facial hair, so I'm kind of thinking like, ooh, yeah, it's quite nice. And then I'm seeing like, oh, no, it's a little bit orange in certain parts, so please ignore that. Anyway, let me know in the comments, should I keep it or not? I'm gonna get a load of no's. No, get it off, shave it off. Who do you think you are? Right, anyway, over my career inside of the social media space, I've noticed that there's been a few videos that I've done that have really increased my followership, my engagement, the number of books I've sold, the number of speaking inquiries that I've had. And it's been very, very clear when I go back and I look at the posts and I look at the videos as to why. Now, if you've been following me for some time, you will know that I absolutely love acronyms. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because I just find it very, very easy. And if I hear a word or see a word and I break it down into different steps that make sense, then I learn more. I'm a visual learner and I'm an acronym learner. Let me know in the comments if you're the same thing. But here we go. The V, the word viral, is an acronym. I was literally woke up one night and I was like, viral's that. I think about the business all the time. So if you're thinking like that's a bit weird, waking up and thinking about, ooh, viral, I'm constantly thinking about it even when I'm asleep, pretty much. So the word viral, the V stands for vulnerable. The I stands for intense. The R stands for reliable. The A stands for authentic. And the L stands for laugh. And I'm gonna share with you exactly how you can create a viral video through each one. So, vulnerable. So probably about a year and a half ago, I was going for probably about a year and a half ago. Yeah, I was just under a year involved in since I made the decision about going generic, and I was just going to give value and help people for free. And it was quite an interesting time for me because a lot of people hated on me. A lot of people were jealous, and I actually created a quote. And the quote is, people will try to limit your success in order to keep their power. And I'm very grateful for being able to come up with that quote because it's helped me a lot over the years as well. Because one thing I identified is that people will maybe try to make you look bad, or try to make companies look bad, or try to make distributors look bad, or try to make other leaders look bad so they can make themselves look better. And in fact, it actually tells the person more about you than it does more about them than it does you when they're talking bad at you. All right, just bear that in mind. So anyway, I'd got a load of hate thrown at me. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what happened, but it just kept coming and coming and coming. And I thought, all I'm doing is helping people. Like genuinely, at this stage, I've not even asked for any money. At this stage, I was speaking for company events for free, right? At this stage, I didn't even have a book. At this stage, I didn't even have a course. It was crazy. Yet people were coming at me and saying all sorts of stuff. And you know what? I got in the car and I just wanted to go for a drive. And I only ever go live on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. on my personal profile. But I thought, you know what? I'm gonna share my frustration. I'm just gonna be completely vulnerable and tell people how it is. Because I'm sure that I'm not the only one who gets hate. So I remember being in the car, I drove to Tesco's car park. I've not told anyone about this situation, not Svetlana, not my parents, no, not my nan, no one, not even the dog, right? Not even the dog. And that's like, usually I go to the dog and just start chatting to the dog because he can't answer me back and he just looks at me like, oh, right? Anyway, get into the car park, I go on my phone and I basically go live. And I shared the story about how frustrated I was getting about people hating and people trying to drag me down when all I'm trying to do is help. And I actually broke down, I was reduced to tears. It was for me, it was really, really tough. But I was prepared to be vulnerable. And you know what the crazy thing was? In about 48 hours after me doing that live, I had over 1,300 people message me, email me, WhatsApp me. Some of my mates called me and be like, "What, are you okay? Like, I've just heard about this live, like, is everything okay?" It was crazy. And it was a complete mistake. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna be vulnerable, I'm gonna get a massive following. I did it just to try and help people, and guess what? I identified that actually vulnerability is sexy. Vulnerability is not negative. You crying in front of people is not a negative thing. It's actually extremely relatable and extremely powerful. And you will notice that when you're prepared to be vulnerable, that is when some of your viral videos will actually surface. My first viral video was that one. It had 20, 30, 40,000 views. Now, that's not viral to what a lot of people say is viral, but it only takes 5, 10, 20 of the right people to watch it for you to completely blow up. In fact, it only takes one, the right person to share it and someone to see that shared video for you to completely blow up. And that is one of the reasons I genuinely believe, I look back at that video coming up to 2 years ago, and it makes me think, wow, if I had not done that video, if I was not prepared to be vulnerable in that time, I wouldn't be where I am today. Like, kind of crazy, but it's true. All right, next one. I is for intense, and I'm gonna whiz through these. Intense. So when you'll continue to doing your lives, and you're doing your lives, and maybe you're like a fun personality, or you're like a, hey, this is me, I love everyone. Like, hey, this is me, right? I love everyone, I'm a blue personality, I like fun, I like having a good time, but I'm motivated, and this. And then you all of a sudden go intense. Whether it's an intense live or an intense section where it's like, you know what, let's get serious. This, and you straight talk at people. You be honest, you be blunt, you be intense, and the viewers are like, whoa, this is intense. Some people, a fraction of the following, will be maybe like, whoa, that's not really what I like, and that's not what I talk about. The rest of it will fall in love with it. So don't be afraid to be intense once you've got a community or once you've got a following. If you try and be intense straight from the off, some people are going to be like a bit, this is not that great, right? The R, so we've got V for vulnerable, I for intense, the R is for reliable. And the reason why reliable creates a vulnerable video is because if you literally do a live every single day about different things and you listen to your audience, guess what's going to happen eventually? You're going to be so tuned into your audience that you're going to be speaking their language, and you're going to be doing things as if they think, wow, it felt like Frazer was basically talking to me. Maybe you've had that feeling before. You can let me know in the comments where you felt like, this is exactly what I needed to hear. How did you know I was thinking about this? Bang! We're in. Let's go. Because you're reliable and you keep turning up week after week after week, day after day after day. People get to know it, it becomes a TV show, and people don't want to miss it. I go live every single Tuesday, 9 p.m. UK time from my personal profile. I go live every single day in my free I Dare You Facebook community. I'll drop the links down below so you guys can check them out, right? The A is for authentic. Now, I was recently hanging out with Eric and Marina Worry, name drop, yes, incredible people. Let me know if you guys know them and hear about them and if you get value from those guys. So I was with Marina and Eric, and they basically said that they were changing their content strategy to be more documentary based instead of like speaking to the camera like this. And this is my way, this is kind of like a vlog for me, especially like you could probably see, like if you follow my YouTube videos, this is a different setup. So we usually have the wider angle camera with the whiteboard, and this is like more of a close-up. I can hold it, you know, it kind of zooms in on my face. Don't want to get too close because this beard's a little bit dodgy. Bit blurry background, it's a little bit more intense setting, and I can travel around the world with this camera because it's a little bit smaller, and I can do all that. Although I need to sort the lighting on it because it keeps changing from light to dark. Anyway, what we're talking about is authenticity is on trend. Authenticity is sexy. All the people who are blowing up are being authentic. Rachel Hollis is a great example. She's completely authentic, and now she's one of the most popular female speakers in the entire world right now. She's booked out for basically a year in advance, 100K speaking fee, just insane. Another example is Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk is completely authentic, right? He's just himself all the time. No matter what people say, like, oh, you know, he's putting it all on. No, you can tell because he says the same stuff, same attitude, dead direct. He's authentic. Grant Cardone, love him or hate him. I don't love his style, but I love what he's been able to accomplish, and I love the fact that how big he thinks, having 35,000 people in an event. Pooh, big balls, big game. big balls, big game, right? But they're all authentic. They're just completely themselves on camera, and people fall in love with people who are prepared to be themselves. Why? Because people watching aren't prepared to be themselves in front of people. And they want that because people thrive off being 100% themselves. Be a fountain, not a drain. Be yourself, don't be someone else. Because if you try to be someone else to get likes and loves, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna be so drained. And the L is for laugh. So think about this, right? Obviously, making people laugh makes people feel good, and when they feel good, they want to share things, right? And that's why a lot of comedy movies get, a lot of viewership and a lot of reach, because they're just so enjoyable to watch. And a lot of the action movies now, if you think about the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, all these like big blockbuster action and like science fiction and like movies that are killing it on the blockbuster, they've got comedy inside of it and it makes you laugh. So anyway, best example I can give you is of the woman who wore the Chewbacca mask in her car outside Walmart or Target over in America. And she put the mask on and all she did was, and she was laughing. And her laugh was so infectious that you were laughing too, and you shared it, and guess what? It went viral, and that woman's life completely changed because of that situation. So, V is for vulnerable. I is for intense, R is for reliable, A is for authentic, and L is for laugh. If you can do one of those or all of those 5 things, you've got the best chance of getting a viral video. But you never really know when something's going to go viral until you get to know your perfect audience and you give them what they want. So start tracking what you're doing, listen to your audience, and keep producing content after content after content. All right? So if you got value from that, I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Be sure to share this, subscribe as well to the channel. I would really appreciate that. Hit that bell button as well, or bell icon, so that you get notified when I do my next videos. And be sure to grab the free resource using the link somewhere around this video. And I cannot wait to see you on the next one. See you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. What I've decided to do is I've put 2 little videos there that I recommend for you to go check out, but also be sure to check out my book, I Dare You. It is the ultimate guide to building a network marketing business using social media. So all you have to do is click the link somewhere down the bottom there to go get your copy.